Before the human population inhabited Earth, other wildlife animals had their pick of the land, ocean, lakes, and rivers to live as they chose. While they still have their habitats, the human population has changed their lives in many drastic ways, taking over land and waterways and destroying their habitats directly or indirectly through effects of climate change. While wildlife is known for changing over the years to adapt to their surroundings and climate changes, the pressure to do so at this point has become much more than what it should be. While the Earth is getting warmer, some species are seeking cooler climates. While they might simply be trying to protect themselves and sustain their life, they are modifying seasonal behaviors and creating inconsistent migration patterns. The ecosystems that these animals live in are therefore having drastic differences, and that can deteriorate the lives of many other species that depend on that web of life. A climate change report from IPCC in 2014 read that species are facing increased extinction risk due to climate change. While extinction has obviously been around for a long time, studies show that the rate in which these species are disappearing is over 100 times faster than currently should be. Climate change, pollution, and deforestation have been linked to this phenomenon, all three which are related threats to wildlife. The World Wildlife is an organization that works to protect animals in their environment by spreading knowledge of the complications that humans have caused. With global warming being a huge part of that, the organization has placed a big focus on reducing carbon pollution because of its links to problems with ocean life. Rising sea levels and melting glaciers are destroying habitats for many species in and out of the water. The Arctic region is one in which many animals inhabiting it are being ripped out of their homes and left with nothing. Climate change has created a huge risk for polar bears specifically. The melting glaciers are decreasing their available habitat, and therefore they do not have much place to go. Oceanic reefs are being hurt as well because of the increased harvesting by coastal regions. Sea turtles, another one being affected, are at risk due to poaching and overexploitation, but also because of climate change, where the sand that they lay their hatchlings in has a temperature that is dependent on what sex the hatchlings end up being. Scientists have begun calling the effects of today the sixth mass extinction. This is because only 5 times before in history have wildlife species and biodiversity declined so fast. Since 1970, wildlife populations have been cut in half, while humans continue to grow their population at an alarming rate. 200 years ago, Earth sustained less than 1 billion people, but today, the population has reached 7.6 billion and growing. While we're growing our population, the effects of what we are doing are also increasing. The carbon dioxide level in the air is at an all-time high and is being reflected by the chemical disruption that is creating dead zones in our large bodies of water. Global warming, as stated before, plays a huge part in problems and is known as a factor in creating the increasing floods, droughts, and hurricanes that we see today. Other animals affected by climate change include the cheetah. Their reproductive system is declining due to the temperature changes in their home habitats, and many have been forced to change their diets because the prey that they normally eat are declining even faster. Giant panda bears have experienced a loss of habitat in China as well. The climate changes are causing a major destruction of bamboo, which not only is used as their shelter, but also a main part of their diet. Asian elephants are being affected by the rising temperatures as well. While they live in dry climates, already they are in need of excessively more hydration in order to stay alive. While it's easily apparent that we can't fix all the destruction we have caused, but that doesn't mean that our efforts aren't needed in order to fix what we can. Reusing and recycling can help tremendously in keeping garbage and products that won't decompose out of our waterways and away from animals that they can harm. Activists have created a multitude of organizations focused on educating the public on the harm people have caused and the simple actions they can take to aid in making sure we protect the animals to the best of our abilities. The following are organizations with information regarding how to help and where donations can be sent. While you may not think you have a big impact on the world, simply educating yourself on the problems that we have caused and how to fix them is a big first step in saving our world.